That is a good pull. That's actually the best post so far. Today, we are going to be opening every ancient shard I have on every account. We only have one ancient shard in the main, but we're going to move over to the free-to-play and open the free-to-play's ancient shards too, because if you did not know, take a look here. There is some pretty amazing characters on 10x. This character right here is one of the best epics in the entire game. If you take a look here, hits 3 times, chance of decreasing the duration of 2 random buffs. That's on each hit, really good on the basic. Block debuffs on all allies, 15% continuous heal on all allies, amazing 3-turn cooldown. Then we have attacks and enemies, chance of transferring all debuffs from herself to the target, and then removes all debuffs from all allies except herself. This can go to 100% chance and to a 4-turn cooldown. For this character alone, I am more than willing to pull my ancient shards on my free-to-play because she would be a game changer. We also have Ugo, which is another good character. You got Leech on the basic, attacks all enemies, defense down, block buffs. Amazing, remove all heal reduction, which is kind of whatever, but it also does a random debuff, so it's kind of like a War Priest passive, and heals them, and then revives any dead allies. So, pretty insane character. This right here is also a pretty good move too. Places increased speed buff and block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn whenever this champion's last living ally is killed. So that way you can almost guarantee the revive. So without further ado, we've got to get onto the free-to-play because I really want these epics. All right, so here's the new free-to-play series, and it is actually time to pick up our Jizu. So we got the new epic now. There we go. Pick up our XP banner, and we can move along here. We're going to check the shop real quick and just make sure. Okay, we did pick up the new ancient, and look at this. Here we go. Debuff cleansers, summer draft. We actually just really want the epics here. This one in particular. So, without further ado, we did pull our ancient shards on the last 10x. And I'm actually okay with pulling them on the 10x's if we're going for targeted epics. Like if you're going for an epic that's game changing, so instead of pulling, our second shaman, you can actually have a chance of pulling an epic that's like really good, for instance. We're gonna have to make a little bit of room here, just real quick, just a couple of slots. So we're gonna crunch in that guy, and I guess we'll crunch in that guy too. Okay, there we go. So here we go. Without further ado, we have 5 ancient shards, so it's 5 times, no whammies. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think we're going to get an epic? And if we're going to get an epic, what epic that's going to be? No cheating now. Okay, here we go. The first ancient shards coming on through. What are we getting here? Okay, so Grinner isn't really the worst thing in the world. Grinner does have a pretty good revive. Revives an ally, goes down to 4-turn cooldown, places a shield on them. He attacks all enemies with a chance of removing 1 random buff. Again, you'd have to book him to get the full chance. Too expensive to book, but that's 3-turn cooldown. And then here, attacks enemies with a chance of increased attack buff on all allies. Chance applies individually for each ally. And then when you ascend it, it goes to the 50% and no longer applies individually for each ally. At least that's what it shows here. Unless it still does, and they just don't say that. But then you have ally resistant faction crypts. He's going to be pretty good for the undead, actually. He's one of the better characters for the undead faction on the free-to-play account. So here's the next shard. Okay, another rare. This is the scary part about opening shards, not on the 2x, but on the 10x. You're really trying to get a targeted epic. And I think it is a decent decision here to do that. So we have a triple hit on Anointed. I know he does hit hard, if I remember correctly, and has a 25% chance of placing a freeze debuff. Okay, not bad. Attacks the enemy twice. Each hit has a chance of stealing 1 buff from the target. So that is going to be really good for the magic keep, which is going to be needed in order to farm potions for Kel. And then here, this fills the turn meter of all allies 25% and places increased crit rate on your allies. That's actually not bad either. We might end up building up this rare, because if I remember right, he hits hard, and he has a good move here with stealing the buffs and filling the turn meter and crit rate. That's 25% fill, so that's really not that bad. I think we might actually build that guy, so I'm okay with that, Poe. Moving right along here. Another rare, okay. And this rare is Slayer. If I remember right, he is quite bad. He is a chance of the bad decrease attack. Just attacks all enemies. And then attacks an enemy, places 5% poison buff, and it's a chance of stunning. So you do get a poison, but okay, that's not really what we're looking for. I'm sure the reviews here, oh, well, they're better than I would have thought, to be honest. But still, as we know, reviews don't matter. He's got a cool cape, though. You gotta be honest, you gotta like the cape, okay? And what is that happens when you ascend it? So when you send it, it goes from the 2.5 to the 5% poison. So you got to send him 2. He is barbarians, so maybe we'll use him in the barbarians, but really we're hoping for an epic, man. We have yet to pull an epic out of an ancient shard, and we're going on almost 10 shards here. That is a good pull. That's actually the best pull so far. So Soulbound Boyar, check this out. Attacks all enemies with an additional chance to crit, which is amazing, because as we know, getting 100% crit in the beginning is hard. Attacks one enemy, 25% chance of inflicting a critical hit again, the additional, and ignores 75% of the target's defense. So that's hard hitting, single target. But check this move out here. Attacks one enemy, 25% chance of inflicting a critical again. So you only have to build it with 75% crit rate on all the moves. Also has a chance, or excuse me, a 75% chance of fully depleting the target's turn meter, which is amazing. When you fully book her, this is a 100% chance to fully deplete the target's turn meter. Her base speed isn't that bad at the low level here, it's 96, which means that we can use her in Fire Knight or in places where we really need to lock out the target's turn meter. She's going to be usable in basically every part of the game for us for right now, especially because she attacks all enemies on basic. That's really good. Crit rate in all battles by 12% as well. So even the aura super early is going to be really useful. On top of it, who doesn't like, starting with I choose you Pikachu? If you didn't realize, it is in fact a Pikachu reference. You can see that quite clearly. So this is the definition of one time no whammies. We have one ancient left. We've yet to pull an epic on this account. So this free to play account so far has been essentially just us building rares. I mean, which is okay. Maybe this will be a good series for people to watch for building rares. Let's see what we can get on the last one here. Oh no, Judicator. Okay, I don't remember his move, so let's look. Attacks one enemy, 20% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. So we do have a decrease on basic. Maybe if the other moves are good. Attacks an enemy, oh no, 30% decreased defense. See, if that was a 60% decreased defense, he might actually be usable, but unfortunately it's not. And if we go here, attacks an enemy, deals 30% extra crit damage. What's interesting is his base speed is quite high at 104, but his crit damage is 50%. I mean, he looks better than he is. He doesn't have an aura. The reviews are quite bad. He might actually end up just being fodder or used in the Sacred Order. Now, that was our last Ancient Shard. Unfortunately, if we go and look here, we do have a check-in with the clan. Hold on, get all the pop-ups. So we do have a chance here. Oh, I was going to say we have a chance for an Ancient Shard. Now, I don't know if I attack the clan boss. We'll check that because maybe we have a shard. Nope, I forgot to attack the clan boss. We do have some keys there to use. There's one last place we can get a shard, and it's not in there. If we look, I want to show you here. See, I got them all out of here. Let's get the free pack. Where is it here? The mini, was it small pack? There we go. Get the freebies. And now what we got to do on the free to play is, if you check it out here, check the campaign, okay? We do have the 3-star campaign fully completed, which means we got to move on to hard. And if we 3-star the campaign on hard, we get ourselves a sacred shard right off the bat. So we got another sacred coming, and we're not very far on hard at all. And what we're probably going to end up doing, to be honest, is building out that Soulbound Boyar, because I think Soulbound is going to be a pretty nuts addition. Now, the events, etc. here for the fragments, we're not going for the fragment fusion at the moment. The summoning rush only gave us a little bit of silver. I'm not too worried about that. The dungeon divers. What we could do with our gems is we could buy 6 more ancient shards to try to snipe that epic. But I think we got ourselves decent enough addition that we don't have to panic with our gems to try to get that epic. And I think we just go through and we continue to work on the characters we have, because now we got Lua. That's right, we did pull one epic. See, this was somebody we pulled, I think this was during the 10x when we opened that Void Shard, trying to snipe, a real high, or no, it was during the 2x. There was a Void 2x that we pulled her on, and she's really quite good. She has some more attacking all enemies 3 times here. So we have attack all enemies, and then we have the new rare, which attacks all enemies too. I'm going to lock that character right off the bat here. So I'm actually kind of excited for the future of the free-to-play. I think it's coming along quite well. We've got that new epic here today too. So we've got a new Lizardmen. If we go with the Faction Wars, I haven't got very far in the Faction Wars at all. 25 stars would give us another ancient. So we would need to get 20 more stars somehow. And this is really the farthest we've got is this one right here because we got Lua. And I don't see us getting 20 more stars today out of it. So this was actually kind of a game changer for the free-to-play account today. I mean, Soulbound is really good and Grinner is a revive. So we're probably actually going to end up building both those characters, I would think. Out of the 5 shards, we got some usable characters. And Soulbound is 100% a game changer, whatever you want to call it, because she's going to allow us to suddenly start being able to complete a lot of these dungeons. For instance, Fire Knight is something that she's going to be insane at for us, okay? She's going to help with all of the potion keeps because she ignores defense as well as it decreases the turn meter. And we got Anointed, who's going to be able to steal the buffs for Magic Keep. So I'm actually like pretty okay with how this polls went. You know, we polled not the epics. Granted, we kind of gambled a little bit by going on the 10x, and we should be going for the 2x technically. But Sanguine or Sanguina, or however you're going to say it, that epic is so good. I wanted to take a stab at it because if you poll her, in my opinion, she's one of the best epics in the entire game. So if you like the free-to-play series, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.